All right, as we can see, several quotable quotes there in that very, very interesting debate that took place. Let me go across and first try and get the political reactions that seem to be coming in. My first question to Mr. Keshav Rao really is to first congratulate you. The fact that the government has won the FDI vote is definitely a big boost that seems to have come. But how would you react to the BJP, who's now turning around and saying that at least it sets right the numbers, the fact that there were still several who continued to oppose FDI, and the fact that it was only about political management and the BSP and the SP abstaining from the vote?
Well, you have raised three questions. Now, I'll take on the first one. If it is only a question of who represents what, if a party is with what she said was 17 parties had opposed who represent 182. That means in this country, when we get elected, 36% voters average, on average. So we don't represent people at all. Let us not get into these kind of air-splitting arguments. Now, the question today is, we really do not know what we were discussing at all. We were discussing about something on which we really did not have the total control. You are allowing, per se, nobody basically was opposed to foreign investment, foreign direct investment, whether it be industry or whatever it is. Now it is coming to consumerism. Now what we are expecting is consumerism would reach some kind of a growth trajectory very soon with this kind of big box centers coming up. Now you have agreed that 23% would be there somewhere in 2002. That means you are not per se opposed to the foreign investment in the consumer outlets. All that you are doing is, why do you go for 51 now? Now you must know it is not an automatic route. It has to go FIB. It will be considered from case by case. Now that apart, what you are saying is going to displace lakhs and crores of people. I have been in the standing committee, and I think I have also headed that subcommittee which I have seen. We have gone through entire country. What I'm not saying all that is good. Today in the debate we have seen people talking more out of sentiment than facts. Two, nowhere a study has been made of the cost and benefit ratios. Now we really do not have the right kind of survey done. We have few 3-4 research papers which are supplied to us and now also supplied to the members of parliament if they can lay their hands on. Now the question today therefore is, I do agree with many of the opposition, the issues that the opposition has raised, issues like displacements, issues like credit availability, issues like predatory pricing, issues like overwhelming the small traders and pop and mom.
Each of those fears and issues in detail.
We have something like, you know, that something like 4 crore units, 15 million. Now I understand. So every issue can be addressed. What I'm saying is, not today's debate, although not that necessary, was not necessary because it was an executive order. Nonetheless, you wanted to give the feel of the nation by discussion. This discussion, whatever the point the opposition has thrown, are serious enough. I'm telling you, the government is on board, on record to say they'll go for mid-course corrections. They'll do it as the first standing committee has found a lot of issues, which, for example, we said back-end infrastructure. They said 50% of the investment has to be back-end. But how much is coming is for the government to look into. So they have to. They need to
let me in fact
monitor.
take forward some of those points that you've raised to the rest of the panel.
We said, what is, if everything comes from outside?
Okay, Mr. Keshav Rao, I'm going to take forward some of those points that you raised because those are really what lie at the heart of the entire FDI debate. But we're trying to tackle the politics first before we get to the economics. So let me now go across to Mr. Nilotpal Basu to try and understand if the debate that we've seen over the past 2 days has at least set to rest some of the fears that have been raised by the critics of FDI. Have the arguments been convincing enough, Mr. Basu?
We think the arguments were convincing enough. That is why many of the parties who were not prepared to vote with us on this motion, they were also expressing their deep reservations about the policy move by the government. To start with, I think the debate itself under a provision which led to voting in itself is a commentary on the manner in which the government tried to manipulate, in the sense that government was not prepared to discuss it under a voting provision, but when it was pointed out that the government itself has assured the Supreme Court that they will bring amendments to the regulations under FEMA, therefore there was no way that the government could really avoid having a discussion under a voting provision, because that would be on the basis of the statutory resolution.
It's now the government, Mr. Basu, that's turning around and saying that it would have helped the opposition if they had gone in for a debate without a vote, because after all it's gone in the government's favour.
No, I don't think so, because the whole nation, it's a good thing that the whole nation watched and saw that the government may win the vote, but they have lost the actual policy battle. That is what has become clear. You see, manipulation or managing the floor cannot be a substitute for real policy governance. And the other thing,
all right, who better than Mr. H.K. Dua to tell us if they've actually lost the policy battle or not? Mr. Basu, I'm going to just take forward that discussion to Mr. H.K. Dua and try and understand. These are some of the reactions that have come to the government winning the FDI vote. The fact that it's just all about policy, it's all about managing political parties. It's not a policy victory. Would you agree with that?
No, no question. I think FDI policy was on the block in the debate. There's no doubt about that. And government has won that. There's no doubt about it. This is Parliament's approval of the FDI policy. That's clear from the vote. And the margin is pretty wide. Whether some parties have abstained and somebody have voted for it.
But how would you respond to Sushma Swaraj saying that, you know, had we'd seen the, I mean, in terms of sheer numbers, there are actually 282 who are actually against or anti-FDI, but this is of course getting them to abstain from the vote.
If they were sure of their numbers, they would have gone ahead with the no confidence motion debate and destabilize the government. They were not sure of the vote, so that's why they chose this as a forum. And I don't think they ever expected support from Mulayam Singh or BSP. They never expected that. So the arithmetic is very, very simple. They had made it very clear they won't side with the BJP. Then where was the question of their winning the policy battle? It was the government's victory. Now, why they should support the government and not the BJP, that is for political points to be scored by either way. But it is certainly the government has won the policy debate.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.